South India, rubber seed fall occurs generally from July to September. Please purchase rubber seeds from approved polyclonal gardens, which are free from disease. Rubber seeds are first germinated in germination beds. Please prepare seed beds of convenient length and 90 cm width for germination. The surface of beds should be raised by 10 cm to 15 cm to avoid waterlogging. Level beds with a layer of about 5 cm in thickness of river sand or bleached coir pith. Seeds are washed thoroughly to remove charcoal and other packing debris. Please spread seeds over the bed in a single layer, touching one another, and press gently. In order to prevent loss of too much moisture, the beds are covered with a thin layer of gunny bag or coir matting. A high level of moisture is maintained in the bed by evenly sprinkling water early in the morning and late in the evening. The bed should be inspected daily and the germinated seeds picked. Germinated seeds must be carefully handled. Carefully place them in a vessel containing water to avoid root damage. Please collect the healthy germinated seeds. The seeds, which germinate within 15 days, can be used for other nursery purpose. All other seeds, which germinate after 15 days, are considered as unhealthy and weak. Please remove such seedlings. The healthy germinated seeds will be planted in ground nursery. For ground nursery, please select a suitable land area with sufficient topsoil and good drainage. For the preparation of a ground nursery, the soil is first dug to a depth of 60 to 75 cm. Thereafter, prepare beds. Beds should be prepared with 90 to 120 cm width and of convenient length. Please remove stones, stumps, plastic, broken glasses and roots from the soil. Apply the recommended quantity of fertilizers in ground nursery. The planting distance in nursery beds vary according to the type of planting material to be raised. Please mark the desired planting distance on a rope or wire as shown in the video. Place the marked rope along the length of the bed on the row markers of either end and stretch tight. Germinated seeds should be planted when the young root has just emerged. Germinated seeds must be carefully handled. Please place the germinated seed on each mark. Make a small hole by using a pointed stump. Place a germinated seed inside the hole as shown in the video. Cover the hole with mud. Seedling transplantation should be completed before the end of September. mulching, watering, and manuring should be done properly from time to time to ensure proper growth. The nursery bed should always be kept free of weeds. Generally 3 rounds of weeding are needed. In India, hand weeding is commonly practiced. The first weeding is done just before application of the first dose of fertilizers, and the second weeding before the second dose. The third round of weeding is done just before commencement of budding. During the dry period, which usually extends from December to April, the nurseries should be irrigated. In large nurseries, overhead sprinkler irrigation systems are ideal. Manual watering is convenient and cheap for small nurseries. The nursery bed should be mulched before commencement of irrigation. The quantity of water required varies with soil, climate, and age of plants. Daily watering is preferred during the initial weeks. Later, the frequency of irrigation can be reduced to once in 2 or 3 days. Germinated seeds can also be transplanted to root trainers. 600 cubic centimeter cups are sufficient for Acing stock seedlings. Please select a healthy germinated seed. Transplant the germinated seed as shown in the video. Root trainer stock seedlings are suitable for green budding and young budding. Germinated seeds can also be transplanted to polybags. Polythene bags of lay flat dimension, 45 cm length and 18 cm, with 400 gauge thickness, are usually used for transplanting germinated seeds. The stock seedlings raised in polybags are also suitable for green budding and young budding. Buds, required for bud grafting, are collected from Budwood, obtained from plants raised specifically for this purpose. Soil is dug to a depth of 45 to 60 centimeters. Planting can be done by using polybag plants, or budded stumps or seeded stake, followed by in-situ budding. During the lifetime of a budwood plant, in the first year of planting, only 1 shoot is allowed to grow. After 1 year, about 1 meter of brown budwood can be obtained from this plant, 30 centimeters above union. On a mature budwood plant, depending on the spacing adopted, the number of shoots allowed is ranging from 1 to 8. Budwood nurseries are of 2 types, namely, brown budwood nursery and green budwood nursery. Brown budwood nursery produces brown buds. In a brown budwood nursery, the spacing should be 90 cm by 60 centimeters. Green budwood nursery produces green buds. Spacing in green budwood nursery is 60 cm by 60 centimeters. Please use authentic planting material, the clones approved by Rubber Board, for raising budwood nursery. In a budwood nursery, please keep separate blocks for each clone. Each block should be labeled carefully. After budding season, the remaining branches should be removed. Manuring, watering, mulching, shading and protection should be done properly. Please remember, the maximum age limit of a budwood plant is below 10 years. Thereafter, please remove the aged plant from the nursery. Vegetative propagation of rubber is carried out mainly by bud grafting. 3 types of budding are mainly recognized. They are brown budding, green budding and young budding. In brown budding, older buds having brown color are used. In green budding and young budding, tender green buds are utilized. Budding is usually carried out by a sharp knife. An ordinary pen knife with a blade of 7 to 8 centimeters can be used. Specifically designed knife is also available. Transparent budding tapes are used for bandaging. Cotton waste is useful for cleaning bark and exuded latex. Garden scissors can be used to cut leaflets. Before budding, Please remember the following points. Usually, buds are taken from the budwoods of high-yielding and approved clones. Bud patch should have core of the bud. Bud patch should be handled carefully. It should always be held by the edges. Young budding, stock seedlings less than 2 months old are raised in root trainer cup or polybags. Please select a healthy seedling. Create a rectangular mark on the bark of seedling, as shown in the video. Collect a very young green bud stick. Please collect bud patch from green bud stick by using knife. Insert the patch as shown in the video, without damaging bud. By using a budding tape, please bandage the bud patch as shown in the video. The bandaging should be firm enough to prevent rainwater from reaching the bed. After 21 days, please remove tape from the plants. By young budding method, we can reduce the nursery period of planting material. Green budding. 6 to 8 weeks before green budding, please cut back the budwood plants, so that green bud sticks will be ready by the time of green budding. Scale buds present on green bud sticks are used in green budding. Green bud sticks should be collected in the morning. For green budding, select healthy plants growing in ground nursery or root trainer cup or polybag. Up to 15 cm above collar region, the bark of the selected should be brown in color. By using a sharp knife, please mark a rectangular shape on the plant. The age and growth of green bud stick must match with the age and growth of selected plants. Please collect bud patch from green bud stick by using knife. The bud patch should have 3.5 cm length and 0.6 cm width. Insert the patch as shown in the video, without damaging bud. By using a budding tape, please complete the procedure as shown in the video. The bandaging should be firm enough to prevent rainwater from reaching the bed. After 21 days, please remove tape from the plants. Allow the plants to remain in the same position till they attain at least 4.5 cm girth. Thereafter, budded plants are pulled out from the ground nursery. The plants should have a taproot of at least 30 cm length. Please cut the plants 5 cm above bud patch, with slope towards opposite side of the bud. Trainer has a tapering shape, with drainage hole at the bottom. The inner wall of a root trainer has vertical ridges. This peculiar features help in the structural development of roots. Generally, the root trainers have a length of 26 cm. They should have a capacity of 600 cubic centimeters. The inner wall of a root trainer has 6 ridges. If you are using a 800cc cup, there should be at least 8 vertical ridges. The following materials are used as potting medium in root trainer. Properly cured coir pith, appropriate quantities of single phosphate, neem cake, bone meal, fungicides, and pesticides. Please mix these ingredients. Thereafter, please fill the root trainer with this potting medium. After planting green budded stumps, the root trainers are stacked in carriers. Initially, the base of the containers is covered with topsoil. The roots which grow out of the drainage hole will grow into the soil. On attaining sufficient growth, the soil put beneath the containers is removed. After pruning the roots, which grow out of the drainage hole, the plants along with the containers are kept suspended in air for hardening. During the hardening process, the taproot resumes growth in a few days. It undergoes natural air pruning near the hole at the bottom. It avoids the coiling of root. This stress induces emergence of large number of lateral roots inside the root trainer. The vertical ridges of the container wall direct these roots downwards. It prevents circular growth of roots. Later, these lateral roots are also liable to air pruning. In short, the root trainer plant has a central taproot system and a large number of well-oriented lateral roots. Proper fertilizer application ensures growth. The plants should be protected against pest and disease attack whenever it is necessary. Regular inspection and proper watering is essential. A root trainer plant, before distribution, should have at least 2 whorls of mature leaves. In the collar region, these plants should have at least 3 cm girth. The first whorl should have 6 leaves, and the second with 7 leaves. The root trainer should have at least 40 cm height. Just before distribution, the root trainer plants should be sprayed with copper fungicides. for raising polybag plants. Black polythene bags made up of low-density polyethylene or high-density polyethylene are preferred. To facilitate drainage, holes should be punched in the lower half of the bags. For green bud polybag plants, the polybag should have a lay-flat dimension of 45 cm length and 18 cm breadth, and 400 gauge thickness. They should have a capacity to contain 6 kg of soil. For brown bud polybag plants, the polybag should have 50 cm length, 25 cm breadth, and 400 gauge thickness. They should have a capacity to contain 8 kg to 10 kg of soil. The fertile topsoil, collected after removing the surface vegetation and leaf litter, is ideal for filling the bags. The soil should be partially dried if it is too wet. Before filling, large clods of soil are broken. Please remove plastic, stones, stubbles, roots and broken glasses. While filling, the bag should be gently tapped to ensure compact filling of soil without leaving air spaces. The bag is filled up to about 2 cm below the brim. Powdered rock phosphate, at the rate of 25 grams for small bags and 75 grams for large polybags, is mixed with top layer of soil. The filled bags can be kept in the nursery in trenches. For small bags, depth of trench may be 20 cm, and the distance between rows in a pair of trenches is 15 cm. For larger bags, depth of trench may be 30 cm, and the distance between rows in a pair of trenches is 20 cm. After placing the bag in trench, the excavated soil is filled in gap between them, or mounted around the bags. There are 2 methods for raising polybag plants. One method is to raise the stock seedlings in polybags and green bud them. After cutback, the sign is allowed to grow to the required size before planting. Alternatively, budded stumps can be planted in polybags. Before planting in polybag, the taproot of budded stump should be pruned to a length about 15 cm less than the depth of soil core. Lateral roots should be pruned to around 5 cm length. Dipping roots in cow dung slurry enhances root development. Green budded stumps dipped in fresh water for 4 to 5 hours before planting also enhances initial growth. Footpath of 75 cm width may be left between 2 pairs of trenches. When budded stumps are used, the bud patch should face the footpath to facilitate growth of sprouts. Fertilizer application is also important. The watering should be done soon after manuring. Watering can be done manually or by using sprinklers. Too much watering will result in waterlogging. Appropriate prophylactic and curative measures may be taken against diseases and pests. Before distribution, the polybag plants should be sprayed with fungicides. During summer, partial shading should be provided. Before distribution, the shade should be removed step by step. Suitable month for raising polybag plants is January for brown bud polybag plants, and February for green bud polybag plants, so that the plants will have 2 to 3 steps of leaves by June.